Hi guys, it's Lee for Travel Gaming, back with Maddy for another Versus video. Maddy's playing Control Warrior, and I'm gonna throw some decks at him, and we'll see how things work out.
Hey guys, yeah, it's Control Warrior time.
So, to game time. I'm probably gonna get battered in this series of events.
Well, we'll see. Oh
If it's
wow.
quick, we'll do another one, another game at the end again.
Okay, so when I see Paladin, I generally expect. Well, I like 3 days ago I would have expected a Control Paladin, but now that the Paladin aggro became more, you know, uh, in the meta, I think I'm going to mulligan against aggro.
Don't do that. So yeah, I picked this deck out, guys, because it's a new one up on the ladder. It's around this card and just spamming the board and fighting, basically, getting dead as quick as possible. So I'm gonna keep this hand because, yeah, it's good.
So against aggro, we really need discard in my hand. And we also want to have shield blocks, slams definitely, especially if it's a divine shield based deck. Well, actually one slam, we need the cleave, and yeah, that it's aggro. And we definitely need Whirlwind, we always need Whirlwind against aggro. But we don't have that one, so I guess we're just going to
Axe
do
the
this.
question.
Yep.
Getting some good beats out of our Leponome, and he's hugging. It's 4 damage. Raggro!
This is not bad, but I don't think it's actually necessary right now, and this guy will have absolutely zero use, so let me just play him, get a little bit of a board presence, unless something big gets Blessing of Mighted, but that's unlikely. Also, you don't want to this card to be in your hand for a long time, because then, you know, it's just gonna feed the Divine Favor.
So we missed on our 3 then, but we can fill in by making a dork.
So I'm going to assume the secret is Noble Sec because nothing else makes sense, although I'm not sure what this deck actually runs. I think it's Noble Sec. Against Noble Sec I could play this, but then it dies to the 1-1. But I need to have the board presence, so let's just do that. And I'm obviously going to attack the 1-1 in case of redemption.
Well, yeah. Gonna get you in my whirlwind.
Yeah, I have no Whirlwind in hand, so it's fine.
So we've got the choice. We are assuming he hasn't had whirlwind because he's not played it yet. But if he does have it, these guys are going to die anyway. So I think we're just going to keep going to the face because we've got this in hand as well. So some of the cards are quite awkward in the deck with this. It's I've been struggling to get this active a lot of the time for a lot of value, despite how many low drops this deck has.
Okay, so I'm going to use this obviously because that's basically my only play. That's a death card, and at this point I'm kind of winning the race, so I'm just going to go face. I mean, in case of a consecration, what happens? There is one toughness guys on the one toughness guys on the board, and I have 2 Whirlwinds in the deck as well, so I really don't need to worry about all that.
Now he's armoured up. He is winning the race, like he says. So you have to deal with some things.
And I really need my Whirlwind. That's not a bad start, but it's actually not good enough. Well, it will be good enough, but I want to draw first. I really don't need against Aggro to, you know, keep my shield blocks for the shield slam combo. We're not playing like a druid or anything. And I'm just gonna YOLO cleave and obviously hit the worst two possible, but...
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do. Well, we're just gonna get this out of our hand. Nice burn spell.
Yeah, but it didn't get any value, so that's fine. And this card is also pretty good against Aggro, by the way, so... But we're gonna play one of the best cards against Aggro. So next turn we can play like this guy and then this guy. Or maybe next turn this guy and then this guy.
So we're just gonna draw 4.
Yep, there comes a Divine Favor, obviously.
I think it's fine to play this right now. Just because we're just trying to finish him off. Especially with the secret that may or may not be Noble Sacrifice. So we're doing that again, Maddy, in our versus videos. The decks you're supposed to trash are going to beat you up, and the decks you're not supposed to beat, you're going to beat up, I think.
Well, we'll see, but... If anything can help me in this situation is this one. Yeah, it's Noble Sacrifice, Shock Horror. And my poor old Gromesh will take 5 to the face, but we have to survive.
Get down!
Even now I'm dead to this sword or anything like that, so it's not the best. Basically this deck is an anti-control deck. Yeah, that's fine as well. It's an anti-control deck. Oh, the BMs.
The BM.
So, yeah, it's an anti-control and anti-mid-range deck rather than an anti-aggro. It can beat aggro, but it's not the best against it. Also, if you meet a lot of aggro players, you could go ahead and get a white pyro in. That helps an awful lot, so...
Let's try taking this for a spin. We'll just corral some Murlocs, apparently. For my Murloc Druid deck.
Okay, so... now, these are exactly the cards that I needed against aggro. Now I have it against Druid. So I'm going to keep these two for sure. I don't think I need this. I probably wouldn't prepare against Token Druid in this situation, more like the mid-range or the Control Druid, against both of which these
I could be
two are
playing
fine.
Miracle Druid.
Oh, you could be playing Miracle Druid.
I'm not. I threatened it when I was talking to him on Skype before, but I didn't want to confuse him. So I think just making the golem's fine there. I'm not that practiced with Druid, so I may be subpar, but I hope I can be the trained monkey for this exercise.
Okay, so we can see that it's Token Druid now, which is a problem. No, it's not a Token Druid. I'm not sure which Druid runs these two cards, so... It's a
The answer is Strife Coast Druid deck that he played in the...
In 2013?
No, in the latest tournament.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but that's a tournament deck.
Yeah, I've been doing okay with it in ranks. And it doesn't use any cards I don't have, so...
Okay, we can only hope that he doesn't silence the 4-5 this turn, but if he doesn't, then our next turn is going to be pretty good.
I think we just want to get this off the board, stop any shenanigans.
And that's going to be a key card from the Acolyte. Okay, so we really do need an execute or something. Well, there's one. I'm not sure why I didn't see it before.
You're saying you really need the card that's in your hand?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Since we have this, I don't mind the play I did. Generally want to keep execute for bigger targets, and I'm actually not going to play anything else.
So our draw has slowed down significantly from our nice quick start. I mean, slam cycled, so technically it was a 1-for-1 for our Yeti. And that's what you're hoping to do, right? And then just outclass me with the guys.
Yep. So my hand is not the best. I really like a Gore Howl, for example, so I'm just going to draw for it. I actually should have just played this guy before I coined, but whatever. I don't think there is a card. Oh, I should have actually whirlwinded it before I hit my guy, so that was a little bit of a mistake, but it shouldn't matter in the long run.
I'm not sure whether to play this or this. I think we just want to clear his board at this point.
Whoa, swipe face.
Just gotta get as much pressure on him as possible. Because if you don't have a fast draw against Warrior, or like some reasonable pressure, you just ain't winning.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to cast that because I'm pretty low on life, and although I've seen both innervates, I don't want to be low on life. And that's a really good top deck. And I'm actually going to kill the Ancient Watcher because I can now, and I have actually no way of killing it like next turn or something, and it's going to get used in some way because it's a Druid deck, and we're not going to win quickly against a Druid, we're going to win, you know, by like turn 20 or turn 25 or something like that, so I guess getting rid of the Watcher is good because, you know, we use the shield block.
We have a very uninspiring turn of doing nothing. Because we can't afford to play this guy. We use that guy, it just gets killed, and there's no point using this.
Okay, so we have two kind of plans. One is playing the Harrison Jones, which obviously gets no use against Druid, and the Armor Smith, and just attacking this. Or we could do this play that we're going to do, because we expect him to play the Big Game Hunter on this, and then we can weapon down the Big Game Hunter. And I'm getting pretty low on life, so I have to armor up from next turn.
We play the big game hunter there because basically, otherwise you don't have the best of players. You could have made Yeti and this guy, but then Baron Genin just takes us out.
Okay, so we've seen one Big Game Hunter, there may be another one in the deck because of all the handlocks that are going around. But I think I can risk this guy. I mean, if I hit that, no, that's very risky. The problem is that I can't remove the 4-5 from the board. We may even have to YOLO brawl here.
Do you not think Shaman looks like Ribbo though?
The
with
Yeti?
the beard. Yeah, with the beard.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Also, guys, if you do like these videos and you want us to play something on stream on the Fridays, just say it in the comment and we'll try and get it done. And also, if you didn't know, we're trying to stream at 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time on a Friday night, because we're gamers, we don't have anything better to do. So we're in a bit of trouble, we can't really answer that straight away. So we're gonna try and draw out of it. It's a little upsetting you hit the Yeti then.
Yeah, it was basically my only chance of surviving if it comes to that. And once again I have no good options. Actually I do. Actually, I do. It's going to be a weird play, but I have to get rid of the 5-5 without taking damage, and especially armoring up. I'm going to Taskmaster that and Big Game Hunter it. And play the Armor Smith as well, because if he casts something that damages my minions, like Swipe or Wrath or something like that, I want to get armor. I want to get out of the 14 health range as soon as possible.
So that, guys, is why Maddy's very good at this game. Knowing about the combos and things and stopping us from killing him.
And there's the combo. Oh no.
It's kind of a combo.
Yeah, it's somewhat of a combo. And we still haven't drawn our Alexstrasza, so that's kind of a problem. But at least we can use this guy. And...
But I haven't got a shrubbery.
I think it's... actually we're fine on 5. Like, 5 and 7 doesn't make a difference. But I want to get even more armor. So... I'm just going to do this.
Will you stop knowing what my next play is? It's really frustrating.
And I really won't need the second Vorax. I'd rather go for early lethal before he throws his combo.
Well, that's us done. Because if you didn't get the extra armor and stayed on 5...
Oh yeah, it actually did matter because you can hero power.
Yeah.
And that was actually a useless fight because I got all the armor back.
Yeah. I'm dead. I realise this.
Okay, cool.
You're one-off armor smith beating me up.
And just repaying the good old BMs.
Ragnaros glitches and kills you.
And by the way, I'm not sure, I may have had lethal last... No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was just thinking if I had lethal last turn with Chromash, but no, I didn't. And we're going against Shaman, and Shaman is generally just Shaman, so that's gonna get no use. Basically, what we have to prepare against Shaman is how do we deal with the turn 3 Manatite Totem. And turn 3 2-4, but the 2-4 can be executed even, so that's not and also that, so turn 3 Manatite will be dead probably by this, but we'll see.
None of these things happen in the early game, so they're all going to go away. I'm looking for like feral spirits and things like that. Like this guy. No, he armored up. Quick, get the totem on him. Ah, fear my taunt totem.
Yeah,
So
Taunt
Hands
Totem is
okay.
actually pretty good in this situation because my only play is this one. And although it's gonna get Earthshocked, I'd rather have this Earthshock than some of the other minions I have, so I don't mind him wasting an Earthshock on this.
So I'm just considering using this and this to kill that, but I think I want this for later. Don't think I have many... Well, do you reckon there's a lot of targets in Warrior for Earthshot, Maddy?
For Earthshock, well, I mean, Karen is actually not in there, but Earthshock can be used as a removal with spell power, I think.
Yeah.
That's... but if you have an Earthshock, I think I'd Earthshock here, because, you know, I generally probably don't play the Acolyte unless I can.
That you can trigger it.
Yeah, I can trigger it.
Let's
So
let's shut him up then. Turn off his card advantage, I guess. Then we'll see where we can go with this.
yeah, basically you want me to have as few cards as possible. So that is a really awesome card to draw because I can get rid of that, and actually I don't really care about the Taunt Totem.
Boo. Boo, I say. Boo that man. The reason Maddy's doing alright with this deck is if you look, he's got a large beard.
What does my beard has to do anything with...
Well, Grandmaster's got a beard as well. You're like, conspiring. So if you hadn't killed that guy, and I'd have known I was going to try that, you've been an awesome turn. For me, but oh well. News just in, Control Warrior kills things.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a pretty bad turn for us, because, you know, the Pharaoh Spirits are generally need an AoE to get rid of, unless it's going to be card advantage for him. I could get rid of one of them using my Acolyte, and either this or this, probably. But I think what I'm going to do is just... You're
not allowed to concede. I know I'm quite overawing, but you're not allowed to concede. You have to keep playing.
You want me to concede, don't you?
Kinda spoils the video if you do.
Yeah, I'm 1 mana short of doing what I want, so I guess I'm just going to do this. It's actually really interesting if you want to play the big game hunter against Shaman, because it can't kill stuff that the Shaman has by default, but if it gets a Flame Tongue Totem, it can kill them. So it's kind of, if you really need something on the board, you play the big game hunter, but I don't want anything on the board because of the 2/3 killing it.
So I was gonna use this to kill his guy this turn, but I don't want to be overloading and miss this next turn, so we're just gonna toad him up and chip away at his 37 health.
Okay, so this card is going to be awesome in this matchup, but first let's do this. Now I have the option of trading here, or not trading, but running this into, but then it's going to be on 1 life, and you know, it's basically a valueless cleave as well, so what I'm going to do is this. And actually the 2/2 doesn't really matter, because, you know, Shaman has 2 lightning storms that will deal with it anyway, and it doesn't really matter.
So that lined up with our turn pretty well.
Okay, so we need to draw. That's what's happening here. And we didn't need to draw this one. So I guess he's just going to get a free turn.
Yay, free turns. So we're not going to use this until we can get the full amount of damage out of it on the hit. I think we're just going to draw a card. Oh, that's a good draw. Healing Totem. Yes. So Shammy's a very reactive deck from what I've found, so that's why we're kind of sat here waiting for him to do something.
Okay, so this guy has 50% chance to hit something good. I mean, he's going to get hexed for sure, but there's a 50% chance of it getting value, and it will get one of the hexes out, and that's awesome. Actually, maybe the spell power guy would have been better, just because spell power is so huge in Shami, but it will get replaced by the spell power totem when he needs it anyway, so...
So, we have some options. We might have to burn this, that might be the best way of dealing with this. Using these two. hoping to draw another one later for this. The other option is make this guy, and that just trades off our guys for him. We could follow that up with that. I am leaning towards seeing what we draw with this totem. Doesn't really matter. So I think this is the best idea.
Oh, not the vengeance.
Yeah, my healing totem took out his guy.
Why you no take the 8?
So hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell for this totem. I'm a little scared of playing this because of him drawing 8 cards. Well, 6 cards.
Okay, so there are two ways to go about this. One is that he had used two cards to get rid of my Ragnaros, so he obviously doesn't have a hex. Which means that this guy might be quite effective. But if we want to get rid of the Manatite totem, then yeah, basically what I think is, if I play this, he has two chances of drawing a hex, one of the Manatite totem and one of the deck, because he didn't have it for Ragnaros, so he didn't have it in hand before. So I'm not necessarily all that scared by the Manatite totem or the 4/4 or basically anything on 30 life. And this is 15 permanent damage, so I'm going to do this. If he has an answer to it, it's not a huge issue, but if he doesn't, then it's game. So also I want him to overcommit to the board because of this.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say I'm feeling a brawl turning up in my future. Yep, so we didn't hit the one we wanted.
Oh, no spell power this time. Or you wanted the taunt?
We're actually going to keep the Drake alive, I think. Can we do that? No, we can't. Oh, well, no, it was fine. I don't think I messed that up. Well, so we trade off that and put this here, then we can... Now Manatite can beat him up as well as drawing us cards.
Okay, cool, so we can clear the board this turn, which is quite amazing. I actually thought about armoring up, but I could get a lot of armor from this, and I actually don't need it for anything. So let's just play it like this. But actually Geddon is awfully strong against Shaman because of all the totems. And he has to remove it as well, and he doesn't have a hex in hand, so... Well, he didn't last turn, so... That's gonna be an issue for the Shaman.
A little bit. And guess we just go fishing here. So we can deal with it next turn. Is it just at the end of your turn it triggers you? So I think we have to play this to stay safe. The Alistra's just put her under a lot of strain.
We've got options here. I mean, Brawl is an option, but still no hex, and I think we're just
Strike.
We're going to be fine doing this. I'm not even gonna attack with the Chromash, it's going to get enraged and the result is the same, so... I really missed one execute and it's fine. And since no hex, you know, either the 7-3 stays alive or the 10-7 probably one of them is going to live. Unless a spell power totem, but no.
So we're ahead on cards, but we're behind on life, and 2 of our cards in hand are a bit dirtily. But we can get some use out of that next turn, I think.
Okay, so at this point we are basically waiting for the Gorehouse and the Fiery Vorexes and all that, so we're just going to play it kind of safe. And also, you know, we want this guy to be useful sometime in the future.
So because of Overlord we have to wait for next turn to set up this, but I think we have a decent turn here anyway. So we're just protecting our Unbound here. Hopefully.
Well, it doesn't protect from troll.
Yeah, but you've got one in the deck and it's the point where I need you to start using it, so... Or from Shield Slam. But...
Okay, so we shield them to see what we draw, basically. I mean, Whirlwind doesn't do us any good, especially with no executes in hand, so I think it's just going to be that time. And obviously the one with the Divine Shield survives, but we're gonna get rid of it eventually, so...
It's like you can tell the future. So we're not going to get much value out of this guy, because he doesn't run any really.
I could faceless one of yours.
Which is probably what you're going to do now, and I'll be sad, but you know.
Nah, I'm not like that. So we basically just wait for situations to use our cards effectively.
And we're basically trying to kill him before that arises. I still don't want to play this until we can actually finish it off.
And actually the healing totem is a huge drop for you there.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with that. Turns off your executes without you being able to deal damage anymore. Yes, we'll just pass, I think. I mean, now we're drawing good cards as well.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good card, although, you know, either of my 2 executes or my Black Knight would have been better, but, you know, hey.
Wow!
Beggars can't be choosers. Maybe that Gromash was a little bit premature, but I think it was good because, yeah, he exactly needed Lightning Storm to deal with it.
Let's have the second Lightning Storm.
Yeah. Well, or top decking Hex, but...
Nail biting stuff.
Yeah, that's just 10. So it's 6 on the board, he can easily deal another 6 to me with like Flame Tongue and Lightning Bolt or anything like that. So we have to armor up, but does that help? I don't think it does. So what we're going to do is play all our situational cards. So either we're dead next turn or probably he is.
So it paid to wait on our Doom Hammer, and we're going to punch you in the head with it now.
Yeah, you have the Doomhammer Rockbiter combo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then there was nothing I could do. Shami is a hard matchup, sadly, because of all the, you know, totems and all that that can be put on board, so...
Should we do a bonus match at the end?
Yeah, definitely.
Good, I've got a deck I want to try out.
Is it Miracle Show?
Maybe. It's a kind of Miracle Rogue. People, as you can see, guys, I have like 3 different Miracle Rogue lists.
Actually, Miracle Rogue is a pretty good matchup for this deck. Oh, there's the Faceless, that would have been pretty good last match.
We're actually going to keep this, guys, because of the kind of deck I'm playing.
Oh, and there's an Execute. Oh, nice.
Exciting turns. I can't seem to buy a win with Miracle Rogue on the ladder, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's because I play a lot of the time when I'm tired or I've got to spare 10 minutes away from the kids, but I do struggle.
Okay, so in this matchup we basically want to draw into cards that will deal with the Concealed Auctioneer, which is Brawl mostly, and then, you know, Baron Geddon if he backstabs it, or Cleave if he backstabs it. But there's one backstab gone, so...
Don't like Acolytes of Pain.
No?
I'm gonna stab him in the back, yeah. Scumbags.
Okay, so this guy is pretty good versus the SI7 agents and Earthen Rings and Cold Light Seers or Cold Light Oracles and all that, so I'm just going to use this to remove the one from the board.
We're gonna be super exciting.
Whoa.
I think we should have attacked here, actually. I think that was a mistake.
Okay,
I think we're gonna do this next turn, so...
I think we just want as many armor as we can. If we armor up every turn, it's pretty unlikely Miracle Rogue can kill us. And also he now has to be aware of playing like a Fan of Knives to cycle or something like that. Oh, obviously here comes the Coin Conceal. Or Prep Conceal. Oh, I had the coin, so...
Unfortunately, I didn't actually have the coin. So we're going to save this for when we can make a play with this, I think. Well, we might have to clear the board anyway, but we can just wait for next turn. Yeah, because we can clear the board next turn anyway. Then we should draw into some more gas. But this is what I'm testing out in this build, guys. We're going to see if this is back in habit again, so it'd be interesting if he does get like 50 life.
At this point we want to go aggro because we have probably 2 turns left. Maybe 3. Depending on how lead draws.
So this cleared? No, that doesn't quite clear the board, and we need this as well. But we definitely want to make this turn. If we can draw a Conceal. So we couldn't, so I think we'll just keep that in our hand, considering he has the axe. So, backstab this. Debating whether to send this into there, but then you can do this. I'm just going to do this. Whereas I think this opens up to big game hunter. I'm okay with that. Beats.
Okay, so I'm at 24, which is not lethal at 7, I think. If I can clear the board, but obviously I can clear the board. So, like, that's a given. And 24 is not lethal, so I'd rather develop the board than shield block, although 1-4 is not really developing the board, so I'm going to shield block. See what I draw. That's a useless card, so...
You should beat me up.
Should I?
I may be giving you bad advice. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, it's not really giving me any more chances next turn, so... Whoa, a second auctioneer.
So we've used both our preps, so we can't play this guy anyway, so we might as well just eviscerate first. I really want to get some more cards. I'm attacking even though I've got this in my hand because I don't think I'm going to kill him next turn.
Okay, so we have a really fun play here. I'm not sure if it's good or not.
Are you going to faceless my auctioneer and draw a card?
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. But nah. We can draw kinda the same amount of cards, or you know, actually the amount of cards that matters at this point. And the main reason I didn't do the faceless play is because of these cards right here. Because I would have needed to use this card to kill the auctioneer.
Right, I guess we make him waste some more resources then.
Oh, is it the Maddy deck?
Could be. I'm just trying to decide whether to cast this on his guy. I think I will. Just so he can't Cruel Taskmaster it and hit our guy. We'll weapon up, but we're not going to attack.
Wasted damage.
I'm not going to lie, you probably want to kill both of these guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. So I'm just going to do this.
Boo. And now we draw this card, obviously. Maybe we're a bit impatient.
Oh, you got the conceal?
Yeah.
But you still have Leroy's in the deck, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, so 18 is pretty little at this point. We want to throw into our... Nah, do we? Nor do we risk? He has 4 cards left in the deck, so it's pretty unlikely he doesn't have lethal. Especially with a 4
damage weapon.
4 damage weapon, yeah, that's it. So that's just 16. That's even less. Mm,
So like I said, guys, leave some things in the comments if you want us to play any of the decks on stream for you on Friday. And we'll do our best.
actually, I have a 1 in 12 chance to draw into a, or 1 in 12 to draw into a shield block, which is not gonna be good enough. So I guess I have to go YOLO here. It was the same as this guy, and with this, he's dead next turn. But we're probably dead this turn, so.
Yeah, I think I've got you.
Shadow Step and Cold Blood?
Yep.
Yeah, that's enough.
He was a ninja for a second then as well. Yeah, maybe I was a bit hasty on the 2 mana addicts then. I could have killed you. If I'd have known the conceal was on top, like if I could see the future, I could have killed you the turn after.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Control Warrior, guys.
I
Does what it
definitely made
does.
some misplays, so.
Make sure you point them out in the comments. Same for me. You know, it's
Yep.
always interesting to discuss things as well. We don't mind really, but we will find out where you live and come visit. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and come join us on Fridays. It's bye from me.
Bye bye.
And now we get to upset Boomer by giving him video.